It's being described by the visitors as their biggest cup game in a generation. One change for Rovers. Johnny Russell starts.
And Katusi and Grant Murray, they've been here and seen it, done it, everything before. They may be important players today.
The referee is Charlie Richmond for this one this afternoon as the match is underway. Raith Rovers, of course, off the back of that magnificent triumph at Pittodrie. There's plenty of their fans have crossed the Tay to come and see this one this afternoon, much as expected. But it's Raith all in red this afternoon. An early sight of the ball, Taddy couldn't gather and Dundee will be able to clear their lines. It's a magnificent atmosphere inside the ground between these two First Division sides. Games have been quite tight between them both this season so far. There's been a draw and a Dundee win. Jockey Scott never won this competition as a player. He did as co-manager of Aberdeen in 1990. John McGlynn was part of the Hearts backroom staff when they beat Gretna in 2006. Rob Douglas with the goal kick, the Scottish Cup winner 3 times over with Celtic. There's Laurie Ellis for Raith. He's thumped away by Payton. It's scrappy in the opening stages in this one. Pitch is looking fantastic here as well.
Actually, it's very good neck the pitch, and complaints all over the country, all over Britain about the standard of the pitches. But fairly flat this one, had a little walk over it before, can even take a little stud.
Here come Raith Rovers now, way over on that far side. There's Johnny Russell's back in the side, and on loan from Dundee United, just across the road. He was injured against Aberdeen in the replay early on in that game, he took him off. A promising start from the visitors. Long one in, the target is Taddy. Graham Mears in behind him as well. Might drop here. Oh, it's into the net! What a strike that is! And what a brilliant start for Raith Rovers! Stephen Simmons lashed the ball in with absolutely no mistake. And just a few minutes in, it's the men from Kirkcaldy who are going wild.
They were actually literally queuing up to put their foot on that one there. Taddy making himself a nuisance, couldn't get it clear at all. Dundee, there's 5 Raith Rovers players there, all desperate to get on the end. It shows you what a great attitude they've had right from the start of this game.
He kept it down, he kept it low. Rob Douglas had absolutely no chance with that one from Simmons. And Dundee are rocked. Former Hearts man Stephen Simmons was at Dunfermline as well. It's his first Raith Rovers goal. What a time to get it. First strike for the club will be one to remember. Raith can hold on. Another famous win.
Raith Rovers manager would have been desperate for his players to keep their fans up from the start. That's the way to do it, to score early.
Taddy, such a big help in the goal. Harkins getting his foot onto it. Here's Taddy again. The Raith Rovers fans smell blood here. Taddy against Malone. He wins the corner. What a start this is from the Fifers.
That man's a real danger. He's lively, he's going out wide, he's through the middle as well. He's a big, powerful lad as well, causing all sorts of problems right at the start of this game for Dundee.
An expectant crowd behind Rob Douglas's goal. Raith looking for a second. It's 5 minutes in. Corner whipped across. Drop to Simmons again. Bobble out for a throw on the far side for Raith. Simmons almost in for a second.
Very, very clever what they're doing just now. They're putting the ball in there. 2 or 3 are waiting out on the 18-yard line. No one on the 18-yard line for Dundee. And once again, they've got a long throw here. Set pieces right at the start. So all sorts of problems.
Long one from Ellis. Comes Douglas. Grabs onto it that time. He won't be happy with the start this team have made. Harkins for Dundee, looking for the run of Griffiths. Griffiths takes it down on the chest now. That's a first save for McGurn. Good spot though from Harkins to find Griffiths, the two summer captures last season, the end of last season.
What about Griffiths' pace though? Great pace to get away there. Typical striker, gets it down and only takes one touch to get under control.
Dundee defence struggling in these early stages. Taken down there by Higgins. Referee waves play on. Charlie Richmond. It's Payton. Now Kerr. For Higgins there, trying to get the better of Ellis. Does just that. Couldn't find a teammate though. Still it's Kerr. And then Raith Rovers come away with it. Ball from Russell. Then Loughlin flags up on the near side. Jim Loughlin, experienced centre half. Malone and Harkins. Griffiths again making good movement. It's Harkins though. Now he spots Griffiths with the yellow boots. Still it's Dundee. Malone across. That was a real opportunity for Harkins. McGurn clutching onto the ball on his goal line.
What a start we've had to this game. Both teams attacking, both teams had a couple of very, very good chances there. That goes either side of the keeper and that's in the net.
Well, he's made a couple of saves, McGurn, in the early stages. That time from Harkins. It's Taddy. Should be Loughlin's. For Scythe, nodding down. Again, Raith. It would have been a free kick, but Charlie Richmond's playing it on as the sun beams down on Dens Park. Loughlin gets the shout from Rab Douglas.
Rab Douglas actually calms it down, and that's the first time the play has calmed down since the start of the game. Maybe a little bit sensible from Rab Douglas there, but just the way the players are going for it, you get the feeling they're going to keep on going 100 miles an hour.
Can't take your eyes off this for a moment here. Griffiths forced the back heel, Terry Gattusi. Allowing that one to roll out. Former Highby. An all-action Scottish Cup quarter-final here at Dens Park so far. Loughlin. Malone. He was there to rob Griffiths of the chance of a run in behind him. And now Taddy. Terrific pass for the Frenchman, a couple of step overs there. Get away from Malone, who stood his ground well.
The referee's having a quick word here, and I think already this early in the game, the referee's trying to keep the game flowing at the pace that it started at. It's let maybe 3 advantage rules go on, and each one have been very, very good.
Now Gattusi goes down, a free kick. The home fans ain't happy.
I think he'll survive it in the end. I don't know if it's as bad as he's making out.
Well, it's a chance for Raith Rovers to load the box here. The likes of Ellis joining in this attack.
I think this time it's important Dundee make sure they leave a player out if the ball gets knocked out.
It's Walker's ball in. Oh, it's 2-0! This is unbelievable from Raith Rovers. Laurie Ellis stoops to nod home a second. And Raith Rovers have a 2-0 lead at Dens.
Got to say, it is not the greatest defending in the world. Looking around at each other, the Dundee defence, no idea what's going wrong there. They'll have to look at that at half-time. They have now, as they say, got a mountain to climb. Just nips in the front post there, left on the 18-yard line. In actual fact, they were worrying too much about the 18-yard line. You've got to do the first job, which is mark the striker.
A wonderful ball in from Walker. Absolutely terrific. Zipped it into the box. And there was Ellis The 30-year-old with his second of the season. He scored against Dundee in the league earlier on in the campaign. Now Dundee do have the mount to decline as Griffiths tries to get away from Taddy. He's back helping his defence now. Well, they came from 2 down last weekend, Dundee against Inverness. And the foul is given there. There's a bit of afters too. Charlie Richards got a bit of a job in his hands in this fiery cup tie in the city of Discovery.
This is cup football. This is exactly what you expect of a Scottish Cup game. They mean so much to so many players there. I have to say I'm impressed with the referee so far. He's got everything right. He's let the game go on. He's accepted there might be tackles now and again. There's nothing wrong with this. And even that, he gets the ball even though it's a touch reckless.
Well, an opportunity for Dundee this time to respond, trailing by 2. He will be flighted in on this near side by Higgins. Plenty options in the middle. McGurn trying to keep his eye, and it's Griffiths off the post! Oh, McGurn looked beaten. Griffiths beaten by the woodwork. Raith trying to hit the counter here, and they certainly are doing that. What a chance they've got in here. It's Ian Williamson. Options in the middle. Graham Weir's there waiting for the cutback. Williamson back to Taddy. They couldn't take advantage of it.
Breathless stuff there off the post. Griffiths, great strikers work. Never thought he'd a chance there because of the angle, but he gets it onto the post. Seconds later, Raith Rovers are up the other side with a great chance. What a game.
Breathtaking start. Leigh Griffiths just a moment ago had that opportunity to get Dundee back into this one. He came across, just knocked off the post. Russell. Dundee trying to dig it out here. A start by Raith Rovers. John McGlynn and his team couldn't have wished for a better start. Nodded down by Higgins there for Kerr. Higgins is going to get it back. Griffiths is there. Get it back instead to Payton. And the natives are restless. Auckland's ball. More in a hope than anything else, though. Higgins trying to make the best of it. Was in a McGurn. Eventually makes the clearance to the Raith goalkeeper.
You wonder sometimes, you know, when a game starts this fast, they get a 2-goal lead. Many teams in this situation left Raith, what they would do is they calm it down a bit, slow it down a bit, take the sting out of the game. It doesn't look as if Raith Rovers are interested in that. They're so excited. I think they want a third.
I'll tell you, I bet John McGlynn would have taken this before a ball was kicked. 2-0 up. Jockey Scott certainly wouldn't have done. This was the other way round. What can he do now?
Well, they often say a 2-goal lead's a dangerous one if you get it too early, because the temptation is to sit back and allow the team to come on to you. That's why John wants his team to attack that.
Well, Weir kept that in play. Magnificent perseverance from Weir. He's actually not managed to keep it in play. It will be a goal kick, but you could see how up for it Raith Rovers are when you saw Graham Weir racing to try and keep that in.
Well, it shocked me. I thought it was definitely going out there. You're absolutely right. Chatting away, but he nearly got there.
Fifers in Dream World.
But they've come in great numbers today, made a great noise, and they're all decked in red today, of course, which is not their normal colours.
Yeah, the club had asked the supporters to do that so that it wasn't a sea of blue around the stadium. And of course, their home colours are the same as Dundee's, when they're all red this afternoon and they're on the attack again.
If they keep this up, they'll never change back to the blue.
It's 2 great goals that have Raith Rovers in front. Tusi might try the long one here. It's it back from Walker, who set up the second goal with that free kick. Here he goes again, curling it in with the right foot. The D's dig it out. Long one forward from Forsyth, taken down by Higgins. Dundee just can't get a hold of it at the moment. Taddy playing it through. Williamson, it's in there again. Douglas holds on.
I'll tell you, a little shout for a handball there, maybe in the box. I tell you what, there's a wee chance of that. But once again, the confidence that is coursing through these Raith Rovers players is incredible.
May well be Gary McKenzie who was the offending party if there was a handball in there. It wasn't given, but Higgins trying to turn his man, just to work it to Harkins, who had that chance at 1-0 to level it up with a header. Griffiths trying to play it through, his route forwards cut out. Williamson will chase that down. Dundee are not comfortable whatsoever. Payton through for Griffiths. He's going to get the free kick as well. Who scored the Raith Rovers second, who concedes the free kick. Referee Richmond having a word.
Yeah, there's a little flick. It's a lovely piece of skill here. Then lifts the ball up. Well, I'd say maybe the chest more than anything else. Certainly nothing the centre back can do about that.
Payton's delivery. Managed to get that one clear through Simmons, who opened the scoring. Russell with a long one forward. Weir will chase. He put the pressure on Jim Loughlin. Graham Weir.
He's certainly not giving the centre-backs any time at all, chasing everything down, and along with Taddy when he comes on, you know, into the middle as well. But Weir, fast, he's sharp, he's chasing absolutely everything. He's a danger today.
Hasn't scored this season yet, Graham Weir. He's been on the power of work on this one so far. Simmons. To Forsyth, and then Higgins. First time asking a lot though, Malone. He's going to get it back here, Forsyth. Going to get away from his man Williamson, the two number 7s. Kerr. Well, Grant Murray is an experienced man playing centre half this afternoon. Certainly versatile, former Killie player. Payton. Eddie Malone. Kerr to Harkins. Clean handball, they're going to get it as well.
I'm not happy about that, Ewan. It's a fairly dangerous area just now in the midfield. It's one of the few things they've lost in the midfield so far, because Dundee have completely controlled the midfield so far. Raith Rovers have completely controlled it so far, mostly because they've got an extra man. They're playing a 4-1-4-1 system today.
Alan Walker was vocal in his protests there as David McGurn arranges his wall. Richie Hart is a player over at the moment, former Calais Thistle player. We fancy a dig here as Dundee look to get a foothold back into this last state cup tie. It's Hart. Oh, and it was a decent effort too.
I think I've walked into a La Liga game here. The standard and quality of strikes at goal here, fantastic. This looks like Ronaldo straight towards him. Huge bend, more dip than anything else. Goalkeeper can do nothing but palm it over.
Corner comes in. And Malone was up there, he just didn't get the power in it. I'm not sure he was really going for a goal, perhaps he not it back across the face.
Maybe a little bit more power. He needed to get that, you know, get your neck muscles into it, put it down right into the ground. You know, it wasn't too bad, but comes up, and I think maybe really has to attack it. And that's dolly drop there, but that's a chance, that's a half chance.
Then there was the free kick too, which McGurn was forced to palm over. Brilliant effort. There wasn't much Rab Douglas could have done about the two goals. Left exposed by his defence, particularly the second. Free kick for Dundee. A bit stop-start just these last few minutes. About 20 minutes in. It was too high for Higgins.
Yeah, some complaints from the Dundee fans really, but that's a bit unfair. I think going forward, I think Dundee have looked very, very good so far. They find themselves 2-0 down already, but they've played well going forward.
They began this one on fire, the visitors. Another free kick. Loughlin takes. Griffiths. Gattuso did well because it was decent skill from Leigh Griffiths initially. McKenzie. Header from Simmons, looking for Taddy. It's too high for the Frenchman. The hero of the last round. This break to Forsyth here. Good challenge back from Taddy. The bonus ball went to a teammate. There's a handball by Simmons there.
Need to be a little bit careful now, the Raith Rovers players in the midfield there. That's 3 handballs that they've had early on in the game. Referees maybe getting a little bit sick of it. It's football after all.
Yeah, Richie Hart looking for Griffiths there, but Raith once again come away with it. As far as away form is concerned in the league, Raith Rovers are better than Dundee. They've won 4 away this season in the league, Dundee just 3 times. Dundee have won 10 of their 15 home matches, and that's poor from Richie Hart that time. Kind of miscontrol from Richie Hart is the last thing that Jockey Scott will want to have seen from his players at this stage. 2 goals down.
Yeah, I think Jockey Scott will be absolutely furious just now because you know, he sends his team out expecting and believing that they're going to go and bully the visitors, and it's not happened at all. And there's a little bit of trepidation that now begin to flow through the team.
Gattuso. Walker's header, there was a high foot there, will be a free kick to Raith Rovers. There's McKenzie. Grant Murray's going to stay back for this one. Dougie Hill's going to come up. There's Williamson, rather Russell that time he played it in. Harkins. Never let down that last delivery from Johnny Russell. He'll be enjoying his visit to Dens Park this afternoon, the man on loan from Tannadice. Comes away by Ellis, but only as far as Gary Harkins. The overlap comes from Payton. It's a poor ball from Payton. He's going to get a second bite of the cherry perhaps. He'll step over. Didn't have enough pace on it to go to Brian Kerr, but there's enough pressure on it for Dees to come out with it. Hard shot blocked. That was better from Dundee. That's good strong play from Taddy. Sorry, Pat.
Yeah, certainly getting enough players up there. You know, and it is a half chance. It's certainly a shot that should have been on target. And what I was watching just before there on the right-hand side, the ball didn't beat the first defender with a cross, but the movement in Griffiths in the middle looked like, well, I would suggest someone like Robbie Fowler or Michael Owen in their heyday.
Decent compliment. Gattuso. Taddy playing it back out wide. Walker. Plenty of time to pick out a cross. Loughlin was the man who got it away. Now Eric Payton can come away with it on the far side. Another poor ball. The home fans can't believe what they're seeing right now.
The problem is that there's no space in the midfield. The tactics so far from John McGlynn have been absolutely superb. 5 men in midfield, giving no space for Dundee to play their nice, pretty passing in that area. They're closing down just like right there.
Higgins. It was a good take initially, but Griffiths had made his move. Good tackle that time on Thierry Gattuso. Offside sliding in to halt the former Highby. Faces of thunder, no wonder. Ellis. He's going to be shattered by the end of this one, Graham Weir. Just terrific tenacity again. Plays it across, it's going to be away from Mackenzie. It's good play by Graham Weir again, as Dundee break forward with Harkins. He was looking for Griffiths.
It's that willingness to defend. It was absolutely superb from the Raith Rovers midfield. Three all chasing back there, and Jockey Scott obviously furious because the fact that in the midfield area, if they get a break forward, it's imperative that all midfielders from Dundee get forward, and one or two of the full backs as well. Not happened enough so far.
Taddy wins the flick on. Ahead of the towering Mackenzie. Weir was almost in there again.
There's a slight concern with Jimmy Loughlin for pace. I think Weir's got his pace, and an old teammate of mine, Jimmy Loughlin, down at Kilmarnock together. But certainly Weir's got his pace. But then again, Weir looks particularly fast to me.
Loughlin, part of the Kilmarnock squad the year they won the cup in '97. It's an eternity ago now.
Thank you.
No offence. Peyton. Will John McGlynn, Pat, be keen that Raith don't exert too much energy at this stage of the game?
What they have done is they have, for the first time, sat back a little bit now. They've got themselves into a really steady shape there. Got everybody except Weir behind the ball, and just allowing Dundee to play it in front of them. That's clever play. It took 20 minutes to figure out they should do that a little bit, but don't fall too far back. That's dangerous.
Kerr. And again, it's Gregory Taddy tracking all the way back. Well, the Raith front two have been absolutely tireless so far, and again there's frustration amongst the D's fans as Kerr fails to find a teammate.
Yeah, huge amount of work that he's going to have to go through just now, Taddy. And he actually looks a little bit tired already, but certainly they're actually, what they're doing is they're defending from the front, all the way from the front. Every single player, starting from that man Weir, is chasing down, tackling, making sure that no one in the D team can get their foot on the ball and play a nice pass forward into a dangerous area.
Well, if there is such a thing as a stereotypical cup tie, this is probably about as close to it as you'll get.
Tell you what, you could put a highlights package together for the first 20 minutes and that would do.
Higgins couldn't get the flick on. Walker's backtracking for Raith Rovers. Wanted the foul there, wanted the free kick, Alan Walker. Former Livy player and former Livy team with Leigh Griffiths when he was first starting out a few years back. Harkins. Hart. Good save, McCart.
Once again, shots on target. Dundee are getting forward. They've actually got 3, 4, 5 shots on target. Certainly they've hit the post once as well already, so if they keep on doing that, surely at some point something's got to give. If they can get one before half time, that would make a huge difference to the team talk that Jockey Scott would make.
It's one for Russell to chase this time. Well, that just shows you. You can't win the raffle if you don't buy a ticket. It's Johnny Russell in possession back and promptly loses it. Simmons. Play by Ellis. Weir's onside here. He's on. Options arriving in the middle. Russell with the up and under.
A bit of a shame there, Ed. He had plenty of time to stop that, take a touch and really guide it in that kind of area there, but once again I don't think the Dundee centre backs are wanting to chase out into those areas.
They have 4 saves out of David McGurn at the other end, Dundee. got the better of him yet, though. Goes from Simmons and Ellis, separating the two. Kerr. Forsyth. Dundee looking for a route back into this cup tie. Higgins manages to pick out Forsyth again. He's short with a pass there to Malone, though. It was a poor ball by Forsyth, and a great tackle once more from Taddy.
Look how far he defends back there. I'm looking at that chasing by Weir. The question remains, can Raith Rovers keep on going at this pace for 90 minutes? Because that is almost impossible.
Be McKern's ball.
I suspect that John McGlynn will be using all substitutes at some point today.
I get that feeling. It was tiring just watching them. Gattuso, good play from Thierry Gattuso. Looks for Taddy. Asking a lot of Taddy there. Came at him about 100 miles an hour. Away from Murray. Size up there. Snip back. Now Raith have the ball again. Down the right hand side it goes for Williamson to chase. He gave up on it though. A little bit too much on it.
The Dundee defence tried to push up about 20 yards there, and once again, because of the good movement between Taddy and Weir, you know, they're not actually standing together. Taddy's generally starting on the right hand side, but he's switching alongside Weir time and time again. So the Dundee defenders just don't know from minute to minute who they should be marking, and that's what's creating some of the space up front.
Taddy. Weir's going after that one. Does he have the legs to beat Mackenzie? Didn't that time. The Dundee defender though taking no chances. Good pressing again.
Yeah, he's frightened the life out of the Dundee centre backs just with his pace, and you know, he's right there not to take any chances at all.
Gattuso. And Taddy. I think the ball was taken there. Walker. Taddy. Then Gattuso. Little dink ball across. Away by Payton, didn't know much about it. Weir. Spooked the Dundee defence in this first half. Ellis's ball in, easy for Douglas, but again it's promising.
Once again it was Weir though, wasn't it, chasing out there, but I think Taddy may have had a shout for a penalty kick there, but he was very honest, stayed on his feet. There's a real chance there. Many other centre backs would have went down there, but I would applaud the man for staying on his feet. Don't know if his manager would absolutely applaud him for it, but you know, certainly a trailing leg there, he was caught.
Kerr to Malone. And Kerr. Higgins was down. Play on, says Charlie Richmond. Forsyth. Harkins. He was going for glory himself there. Griffiths was in space. Payton. McGurns, there's a shout from the home fans there. Challenge on Higgins. He feels he should have got something.
Yeah, certainly there was a physical challenge in there a little bit, but I'm not absolutely convinced you get a penalty kick for that. Certainly if Gregory Taddy stands up after being hoofed in the penalty box.
And goes Eddie Malone. And get the free kick as well, the challenge by Weir. Eddie Malone. Here's the penalty. Oh. Gattuso beats Forsyth in the jump, but the Dundee player gets the free kick.
Once again, well done. Referee is right on the spot there when that challenge is made. And strangely so far, it's maybe not, it's not a difficult game to referee, but I think it's because the referee has been on top of everything. He's let it flow. The players know what they're allowed to get away with, and it's a cup tie and it's playing like one because of the referee as well as the players.
Yeah, he's done well. So to Raith Rovers, they lead 2-0. Malone. Griffiths going after it. Oh, he did well. Higgins couldn't quite squeeze it into space, and Ellis will come away with it. That was more promising from the D's that time. And it's Graham Weir causing heartache for the Dundee defence. Eddie Malone scored against Celtic in that famous victory for Clyde a few seasons back, the Roy Keane debut. It's Malone's header. Simmons was underneath it though. Murray. Gattuso. Taddy finds Simmons. Did well to find Walker. Simmons, well, he tried to get the right foot right through that. No push by Harkin, says the referee. Strong midfield play. Now he's looking for Griffiths. Dundee fans expect every time he gets in the ball, the former Livy player. Well, that wasn't aimed for Forsyth from Griffiths, he was looking for Malone. And Raith have a free kick.
I don't think there's a great deal he can do about that there. He's trying to put the ball out to the left-hand side there. He needs to let it through. It's awareness of your fellow players that is the problem. Once again, not doing a great deal on that, he'll be fine.
Well, arms folded. And a scowl from jockey Scott. Flick on from Taddy. We are going after it there. Again, he's stuck to his task. He's in on Mackenzie and he's got the corner here.
When you look how many times that Weir does this, the ball's flicked on. How come he's always first there? Even his second favourite, he always gets there. And certainly, there's no attempt at the ball there from Mackenzie.
Well, it's a free kick that's been given by Charlie Richmond for the challenge on Graham Weir. Chance for Walker again to knock it into the mixer. So way over to the back post area this time. Taddy putting it back in. Weir, the flag's up. Now this will be controversial here. It won't count.
I tell you what,
this will be interesting.
Is close. That is very, very close indeed.
Well, this will be very controversial. Let's have a look at it. And it came from Walker.
Again, it's from a free kicker. Every time there is a free kick, I'm right at the start. I didn't see this, but we'll see if he got it right.
He's on. He's miles onside.
Even from here, we can tell a mile long before we've seen that replay. Absolute stick on. I mean, you're talking 3 or 4 yards onside, at least. Now, there's nothing got to do with the player on the near side or the far side. We're talking we're direct in the middle. That is 4 or 5 yards. That's a dreadful error.
It's Billy Baxter who's the official over on this near side, who had the flag up instantly. As Weir touched it, the flag was up.
Is that the little bit of hope that Dundee needed to get? It's a big mistake from the assistant there, and we're just seeing how well the referee's been doing. But and that wasn't a tight one. And that was not a tight one. That was 3, 4, 5 yards.
Well, if Dundee turn this around, there's going to be unbelievable amount of complaints coming from Kirkcaldy. And little wonder, as Forsyth turns it across, Simmons get it clear, and Weir takes it down. He's been magnificent today, Graham Weir.
It has to be said, he's not been marked particularly closely though, most of the time. You know, he's getting on the ball easily, using his pace all the time. He's a good player, good strength as well, but he certainly deserved the goal there, and he should have had that goal.
Big let-off for Dundee, who already trailed 2-0. A major talking point. We've had plenty of them to deal with this season. Peyton. Griffiths sums up the first half for Dundee.
It certainly does, you know, and I mean, okay, a little bit of lack of confidence, some of the fans turning a little bit, going 2 goals down just this early in the game, you know, so obviously the players are uncertain, but the fact that they've lost it as well, you know. Certainly Raith Rovers have tactically won this so far, but it's about the players all doing their jobs, working for each other, and they have worked. They have worked their socks off from the first second.
Payton, who's looking for Hart. Now Ellis. Gattuso.
But nothing's going right now for Dundee. Absolutely nothing's going right. Whereas before, just after they went 2 goals down, you know, the fight was there, the belief that they thought they could get one back quite quickly. It hasn't happened. You can see the belief beginning to sap away.
Gattuso. Walker. Who's down? Okay.
I'm not convinced that one's right either, but we'll see if the assistant got that one right that time. But certainly, I mean, the goal that he called offside was, shocking. I mean, we're a good 60, 70 yards away, and we both immediately said, that's never offside. We're not in line.
No, the officials had a good vantage point of that. The Rovers will just be praying that doesn't come back to haunt them. Payton. And then Hart. Over Higgins, flags up.
I hope he's confident of that one.
That was a bit more clear cut. A decision that time, certainly for us. Flag going up, looked off. As we edge towards half time. The final few minutes now. Harkins. This is Kerr. Headed away from Murray. Ellis. Well, David McGurn, the Raith goal, has had a couple of saves to make. A couple from Richie Hart in particular. Leigh Griffiths hit the post. But just in the last 10 or so minutes, Dundee have toiled. And this is Weir again. Graham Weir, Taddy to his right. That's where it goes. Walker's waiting for it in the middle, more help arriving now. Williamson in there too! There will be a goal kick.
Again, great play from Taddy. He's getting his fans up as well. We need them to keep shouting. I don't think they're going to stop shouting, but you know, it was all once again. It was a great chasing by Weir. Got a ball he shouldn't have got, but that's what a ball that is. It's a vicious, wicked ball played into the front post there. Another chance.
Flick on from Higgins. Griffiths. Did get it to Payton eventually. Going to shrug off the attentions of Johnny Russell. Hart. Malone in loads of space if he can find them. Up against Gattuso. Oh, Gattuso mistimed it that time. Malone playing it across. Griffiths almost in there. And a terrific piece of defending. The referee, though, is giving the free kick anyway to Raith Rovers.
Maybe slightly harsh there. I mean, as a striker, you've got to go for that. But that's good play by Malone there. That might have been a dive in there by Taddy. Did the sensible thing. Committed defending.
Good play by Dougie Hill. There's going to be 1 minute of injury time added on at the end of the first half. It's been pulsating from a neutral point of view. It's been ecstatic from a Raith Rovers point of view.
Coming up to half time now, it could finish here. That 2-0 is a big relief for Dundee. They could have had a penalty against them, and they should have had another goal.
Oh, good take by Griffiths. A good challenge from Gattuso as well. That was important. Griffiths. Now Malone gets it across. Higgins back to Griffiths, looking for space. Raith holding on to their 2-goal lead. as we edge to the break. Hart, Griffiths, away by Hill, and then the clearance completed by Williamson.
However good the Raith Rovers have been in this first half, this game isn't over, because their danger signs are definitely there that Dundee will create and continue to create, particularly Griffiths up front.
Oh, Griffiths is in trouble on the far side because he caught Ellis very, very late there. It's almost into Sunday.
Yeah, it's a trick, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It depends on where his foot is when it happens. If you leave studs in there deliberately, and really you can usually not tell in slow motion, it's a tough one. Tough one to call. I think he's going to get a yellow card, obviously, but sometimes it's a striker's challenge, i.e. a poor challenge, and other times it's actually a nasty chance where a striker deliberately leaves the studs in there. I think we'll see it here, and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Sneaky, deserved his yellow.
Yeah, he's into the book, Leigh Griffiths. A card to match his boots. There it is.
Took a wee while to get his yellow card out there. No wonder he can't find his yellow card inside that yellow jumper he's got.
It is loud, within the loud kind.
But even though there's certainly been one or two mistakes, and I still think John Richmond had a good game today so far in this 45, and as I say, not always the easiest games to do, and it certainly wasn't his fault with the offside goal that wasn't given.
Well, they came over the tape for this one, and they have packed out the away end. 3,000 were expected. They've enjoyed this first half. Ellis putting that one forward. This is everyone. What does Jockey Scott say to his players at half-time, Pat?
I think he's going to say to his players at half-time, we're shooting down the hill. They better go and make good use of it. They certainly might have to make a couple of changes, not just tactically, but maybe even in personnel as well.
To see, it's for Weir to chase again. Kenzie was underneath it.
He also has to remember the fact that, you know, Dundee are still creating chances, so it only takes one, and maybe Raith will get a little bit more nervy.
Raith held out at Pittodrie, wasn't for as lengthy a period of time, but they just have the one goal lead. Mackenzie. And there goes the half-time whistle. You can tell by the home fans' reaction how this is gone for Dundee. The trail by 2-0. Stephen Simmons with the opening goal after just a few minutes, banging it home. After good work by Taddy. Ellis with the second after a terrific cross by Walker. He nodded it into the back of the net. And let's not forget I mentioned for Graham Weir, who's been tenacious up front for Raith Rovers. A magnificent first half performance, and you can see what it means to those from Fife who've made the trip up to Dundee this afternoon. At half time here at Dens Park, it's Dundee 0, Raith Rovers 2. The Raith fans who come out to cheers from the visiting fans. It's the home fans booing them onto the park. I wonder how many more of the Raith players will be able to run themselves into the ground as they did in the first half. I'm sure there'll be too many of them running around as they were in the opening 45 as the second half progresses. And Dundee have a mountain to climb. As I said, just last week, Dundee came from two behind to get a point in the league game against Inverness. Did that in the last 20 minutes of the match. More than that here, and it's Dundee coming forward already. McGurn holding on to a Leigh Griffiths cross. Straight away, signal of intent from the home side. Should be a non-contest between Weir and Mackenzie. Proving at the moment. Physically anyway. He's much taller. It's him away, Taddy. Early touch for Robert Douglas. And Dundee will want that crucial early goal in this one. Payton couldn't find Hart though. Now they're away with Johnny Russell, who's having his jersey pulled back there. Still it's Russell.
Such a great energy about the three most attack-minded players of Raith Rovers, and certainly Weir catches the eyes a lot, but there's no doubt all three of them are working hard.
Taddy couldn't gather the ball. Harkins is there to clear.
Yeah, it's Russell and Weir as well, and Taddy, all three of them working so hard. Not always together, I mean they sometimes get isolated, but in actual fact each one of them are capable of holding the ball up when they've got two players on them, and that's a great skill to have.
This is just the third meeting between these two since the season 96-97. Spent time in different divisions. A couple of league games have been close this season. Dundee top of the first division with one eye in the SPL. Ross County and Inverness just 6 points behind. Raith Rovers began the season on fire. They were top at one point earlier on in the campaign. This year's swipe from Simmons that time for Scythe, trying to rescue it for Dundee. Kerr. Well, the Dundee fans aren't happy because Alan Walker is down. He stayed down for a good 20-30 seconds there.
Just wondering where he actually got caught in this challenge. The stomach and the chest. Maybe surprised at staying down for quite as long. Maybe he was scraped around the calf as well. No, it didn't look that bad to me. I'm surprised the referee stopped it.
Worry though for John McGlynn. He won't want to lose any of his stars so early in the second half. Look at worry. There's Alan Walker, who set up the second goal for Laurie Ellis to head home.
He's having a wee check to make sure he was cruciate was okay there. Pulling the knee forward. He should be okay, I think.
He's not going to get a very warm reception from those in the Derry over on this near side. And we're sportingly knocking it back to Douglas. And on he comes, Alan Walker.
Well, I must admit I was slightly surprised the play was stopped there.
Malone. And Harkins. It's just really Graham Weir up front for Raith Rovers at this stage. No, they're going to have to do a bit of defending in this second period. Ellis can gather onto it.
It's quite clear right from the start. It has to be said now that Dundee have put both full-backs up front. They're trying to push it, put a little bit of pressure on now. They've got a corner.
Higgins in a hurry. Dundee have the corner for Scythe will take. Go for the in-swinger with the left here. Dundee with the big men up. Mackenzie's up there. McGurn goes there. Holds on the 6-yard area just.
Maybe got a little bit lucky there. If you're a goalkeeper, you want to catch the ball at the highest point you can, and I think he's maybe slightly on the way down there when he catches the ball. It's coming out of the sun. Yeah, I think he's on the way down when he catches it. Gets away with it.
Just Malone having to do a bit of defending there. Dundee have began the second half on the front foot, that's for sure. They have to. They want to keep this Scottish Cup dream alive. Last time they reached this stage, they were knocked out by a 70-yard effort from Queen of the South, Ryan McCann. Taddy. Malone was there to mop up.
Not quite the same pace to the start of the second half.
No surprise.
I would have been amazed if they'd have done that, but B, if Raith Rovers would want to have done that. You know, I think it's absolutely the case that we would like to calm it down a bit.
Well, Dundee have a free kick. It has been a bit stop-start this first 6 minutes or so of the second half.
John McGlynn will be happy if that carries on for the next 40 minutes or so.
Yeah, without a doubt. Kerr. Sun again shining down in Dens Park. Spring's arrived. Tusi heading it away. More height than distance from Simmons. They open the scoring so early on. Hart heading it through. This is Griffiths. Close control. 4 Raith Rovers players around him, snapping at his heels and get it clear.
Again, I mean, that's pure tactics. Make sure they know who the danger man is. They absolutely make sure he's getting no space at all. He's a clever player. He's got a fantastic touch on him. It's hard to get past 4 defenders.
Dundee on the front foot. Malone. Back to Kerr. Good play by Kerr, rescues the situation. Little heavy touch, Simmons was in there to get it away. In fact, free kick's been given.
Slightly harsh that, I'm not too sure about that. I think he was clearing the ball. I don't think Simmons was looking for anything there. Got the benefit of the doubt. I don't think the referee's in maybe the best position for that. He was blindside with the ball. I don't think there's a great deal wrong with that, really. Both players committed to the tackle.
Still no change to the scoreline from half-time. Walker trying to keep it in as well. Thinking for Weir. Up and under from Mackenzie. Higgins underneath it. Dundee fans can't believe the length of time Eddie Malone's taking to take this throw in. Eventually it goes back to the team in red. Poor from Mackenzie.
Again, it's just that fear of the movement and the pace and the annoyance of the strikers around them. Panics them into a mistake again.
Now Taddy. Gattusi. That'll be a free kick. And a yellow card as well for Thierry Gattusi. And it was Gattusi going in on for Scythe.
Yeah, well, within the laws of the game, you can certainly give a yellow card for that.
Murray managing to beat Higgins in the jump that time. This is Kerr. Loughlin, Payton over on the right. He'll attack Ellis. Instead he slides it through to Hart. 3 Rovers players out, and look at the defending from Raith.
absolutely sums up what Raith Rovers have been all about today. Anytime any player gets into a dangerous area, whatever it is on the park, their willingness to close players down is fabulous.
Raith in no hurry to take set plays, throw-ins, free kicks. Drop to Harkins, then Higgins. Griffiths is offside, flags up.
I hope he's got this one right. I think he probably has, actually.
There's Billy Baxter with the flag this time, so look if he was correct on this occasion.
Well, there was no great complaint from Griffiths when the ball was played, so I suspected he would be.
No question that time. Laughlin's header. And under from Russell. Weir. Here come Raith Rovers again. Russell. Oh, Weir left that go across his body. Harkins. Have it back with Simmons, Raith Rovers.
A bit of a shame there, because that was a ball into precisely the right sort of area. Just spread out the park, spun out the park.
Different style of play from Raith Rovers in the second half, Pat Nevin.
Yeah, and that's good management. You know, that's good technical changes that he's made. They have sat back a little bit deeper, and it's a kind of straight 4-5-1 now that Raith Rovers are playing, and it's hard to break through that.
Doing a bit of defending this time with Hill. He takes no chances.
Maybe as the game goes on, there could be a slight difficulty for Raith if they leave the centre-forward two on his own.
Hart. As he peeled away ominously from his marker. Malone. Higgins couldn't get there. It's headed away by Hill. Kerr. And then it's Ellis. Anywhere will do.
Yeah, I think a lot of period of the game now, Dundee have to make something, make chances, create something out of this. There's very little space for them to do so. But any team, it doesn't matter what level you are, if you're going to defend that deep, you're going to give chances away at some point.
Dundee have a free kick to do just that. Challenge from Taddy on Malone. Everyone behind the ball for Raith Rovers here. Richie Hart's a little bit further out than the effort he had in the first half, where he forced the save from McGurn. Just a two-man Raith wall. Second thoughts perhaps, Hart.
I think the ball actually was blown over. You don't often see that in a professional game.
Here comes Hart. It's another bullet that's well wide that time. Much to the delight of the visiting fans behind the goal.
Yeah, a little bit of shame from there, because once again it's an area. It was probably too far out, but gets it on target. You know, the keeper's got a problem with the sun in his eyes. It's one of those ones where you hit them and you expect it to bend a certain way and it bends the wrong way.
Well, spring does appear to have arrived. The matchday programme's been read. It's got other uses as the game goes on. It's McKenzie. That's poor that time from Simmons. Now it's Harkins. Former Partick Thistle player. Simmons, though, redeems himself. Quite sure what was going on with Stephen Simmons there. Came off his head at one point when he was on the deck. Laughlin to Payton. Payton across, it was too high for Griffiths. Wake up to Harkins. There's a challenge in the box as well. Simmons was the offender. Dundee wanted a penalty.
Be very interesting seeing that one again.
Hart playing it in. Higgins drops back to Payton. Slides to make it arrive at the foot of Leigh Griffiths. It's blocked. It's still in the mix, although Raith desperately trying to get it away. And what a save from David McGurn.
knew this was going to happen. If you sit as deep as Raith Rovers have come out in the second half, chances are going to come. There's going to be deflections, there'll be shots on goal, they'll need saves, and also possible chances of penalty kicks being given away. They're just far too deep here. But what a great shot on target. Keeper gets a little tip, they had no time to think.
Forsyth must have thought he'd scored as the corner comes in. Gattuso gets it away. And a respite for the Raith defence, but not for long. Loughlin with the up and under. Higgins going after it. Gattuso for company. Good defending that time by Thierry Gattuso, the Cameroonian. Challenge from Harkins.
Complete change in the game now, and the attitude shifted 100% now. And all the pushing has been done by Dundee. They're getting chances time and again. Griffiths, clever, he waits until there's a chance to get it. There is a block, but what a chance. Oh, just a tip over. Not too sure if it would have done anything other than hit the crossbar.
It's Hart, it's wide. Well, Dundee are getting closer.
Yeah, I think at some point in time, I think John McGlynn has to do some adaptation now, because the balls are going too far into the box now. They're not breaking up at all. Was this a penalty kick? Oh, I don't know. I think that would have been an extraordinarily harsh one. He was behind the player anyway. I think that would have been a harsh one on Taddy.
You always worry when it's a centre forward making that kind of challenge in the box.
It's worse than a wing for a winger, I can tell you.
Dundee are preparing to bring on Colin McMenamin. No surprises there, they need goals. The change will be made right now. Well, it's Richie Hart who's the player who's going to come off here. Colin McMenamin replacing him. And if that's not a signal of intent from the manager, don't know what is.
Well, he's got no big fears, because you know so much of the play just now, and there's only one player being left up for Raith Rovers, so I think they can afford to certainly put another striker on. They certainly can't afford to leave it any longer. They need a goal, they need it quite soon.
6 goals so far this season. Colin McMenamin hasn't scored since the middle of January though. He's almost immediately in the action there as Murray finds the roof of the stand.
Ball nearly reached Tannadice.
Just about. Harkins. Now Loughlin. This is Payton. Well, you just sense Dundee are coming right into this game.
I mean, the ball just isn't sticking anymore, and they may well be thinking all along that Weir would get tired at some point, and it just isn't sticking up with him now, forcing Raith Rovers further and further back.
Payton, putting it back to Higgins, comes into the middle. McMenamin, first touch for him. McGurn with the cap now, holds on.
A good defender. I mean, it's certainly there's great passionate defending from all Raith Rovers players. I mean, a few moments back there was a headed ball on the ground where he tried to make a tackle with his head, and it shows you the commitment is there, but the confidence will be shaken if Dundee can just get that one vital goal.
Now Raith, rare moment coming forward now. Simmons was a tired looking touch that time from Russell. Speaking of which, Payton runs it out.
It's the first time in a little while that Raith Rovers got this far up the park. Managed to close down a little bit, but it wasn't with the same bite as they were doing so earlier on.
Ellis was looking for Williamson. Scored against Aberdeen in the original tie in the last round at Starks Park. He can make that stick. Well, that's gone the way of Raith. Weir was the target. Loughlin's there. Raith advancing yards.
That's what Weir needs to keep on doing. He has to keep on doing it for as long as he can in this game, just to push it a little bit further back. But he isn't at the moment getting behind the defence. But Dundee are a little bit more comfortable on it just now. definitely a free kick. I think the referee's, well, he's given a throw in, but it was a free kick then.
He's preparing to bring on Darren Smith. Played a big part in the replay win at Pittodrie. Taddy played an even bigger part. Simmons. Forsyth was good defending from Forsyth that time. Harkins has been chopped down. Still Dundee have it though, so the referee plays on. Malone to Griffiths. Jinking onto the left foot. Easily dealt with by Murray. And again, Raith Rovers with everyone back in their own half until Weir crosses the line there. Harkins. Such a big player for Dundee. It was too high for Malone that time though. Walker to Gattuso. Good 1-2. Now they're coming bombarding forward here, Raith Rovers. Looking for Weir. Lord enough to be careful. Simmons.
He's been majestic. Absolutely majestic all the way through in this game, Simmons.
You're always going to have your tail up when you score the opener so early on as well, though. There's going to be a yellow card issued here as well to Alan Walker.
Yeah, he's certainly given a yellow card. I have no idea. He must have said something. He must have said something.
The substitution for Raith Rovers being made here. Johnny Russell, who will have enjoyed his match, his afternoon. 66 minutes or so he's played. Man on loan from Dundee United. Be hoping to be playing in the Tannadice first team against Dundee next season should Dundee get their SPL promotion. Change made. Darren Smith on.
Yeah, the new pair of legs, that will always help. You're getting a little bit tired and you're under the cosh.
Taddy for Raith Rovers. And it's Malone. Kenzie away. The urgency in the play for Dundee seems to have just escaped them in the last 5 or so minutes.
I think they must sense as players out there that they're playing against players who have now got quite tired. Certainly Taddy's looking tired as well. A huge amount of effort he put in the first half, but Gasket almost completely blown at this point in time. Should have get some sprints back, but he looks tired just now.
Griffiths for Dundee. Against Gattuso. No joy again for Leigh Griffiths. Taddy. Oh, he's kept that in play, Gregory Taddy. He's still got it. Mackenzie eventually snuffs it out. What a run from Taddy. Certainly got fuel left in the tank, as proved there.
I think he's getting nudging zero, but give that man an oxygen mask after that. What a run. He looks like a 400-metre runner going up that line there. And good skill and good presence of mind at the end to try and get a little cross in. Just run out of space and run out of energy.
Griffiths. It's deflected. Get a corner here, Dundee. Again, Dundee load the box. Still they look for that foothold back into this game. Higgins with it, Mackenzie at the back post. Raith trying to get this one away, and they do. It's heroic defending once again by Raith Rovers. And it was Stephen Simmons once more.
I think there was a little bit of hesitation really around the Raith players. I heard a whistle in the background and it wasn't the referee. So someone had blown a whistle there and some of the players actually stopped, and they'll have to make sure that they learn not to do that.
Let's have a look at that.
There's such a hesitation. Everyone's going to stop. Look at the players' attitude there. They're standing about. There's no urgency about it. They've heard the whistle that I heard.
Yeah, there was a sound. Griffiths for Dundee. Malone. Away by Murray. It's getting a bit desperate now from the visitors though. Still 2-0, Raith Rovers lead, heading towards the semis. It'll be their first in 47 years. And McMenamin Simmons pass finds nobody, but a goal kick for Raith.
Small things like that make a massive difference, because under the cosh you need anything to give you a rest, and he'll be furious there at that, and an aimless ball to absolutely nowhere. But certainly John McGlynn will be thinking to himself, thank goodness we got a rest, because they've been under the cosh for just about the entirety of the second half.
It's been more huff and puff though than anything else from the home team. A terrific save from David McGurn apart. You could argue as a club Dundee have bigger fish to fry as far as the First Division title is concerned, and getting themselves back into the top flight. Been away for what feels like too long for a club of Dundee's stature. But they want a semi-final to go with it. Already with the Challenge Cup under their belts, looking for a treble. It's Raith Rovers in the attack here with Williamson. The break out to Smith, the sub. The overlaps arrive from the second goal scorer, Ellis. Taddy's at the back post, drops out though.
One of the very few breaks that Raith Rovers have had in this second half. And really, whether it was worth actually going slinging that ball in there, maybe just slowing it down, stopping it, allowing the defenders to get up the park a little bit and give them a bit of a rest, that would have been much more preferential, but they've got under pressure again now because of that.
Less than 20 minutes to go, 18 to be exact. Dundee came from 2-0 down in 20 minutes last week in the league tie against Inverness. Will do similar this afternoon. It was a 2-2 draw between these two back in August. League business. This is Harkins, good play away from Williamson. Home fans on their feet for this. It's in! It's the goal they craved, Dundee! It's a brilliant header from Forsyth into the net. It's game on at Downs Park.
When you're under that much pressure for that much time, you think it is only a matter of time, and it was laziness. This is poor defending here. You've got to make a challenge, stay in your feet. It gets by far too easy. Having said that, what a great ball in, arriving at the back post. Now that's a classy header into the ground, nothing the goalkeeper can do. We have got a game on here, and the Dundee fans certainly think they can do it.
Just what Jockey Scott was meant, and the home fans were looking for, and it arrives at a crucial time. Away from Murray, Williamson. What do Raith Rovers do now? Still with the lead, remember. Walker against Loughlin. Veers down the moment he's run himself into the ground. It has to be said, it's a goal that Dundee deserve in their second half performance.
Well, yeah, just the expectation that if they were going to defend that deep, you know, something would eventually break. And I'm not too sure how much of it was Dundee pushing Raith Rovers back or Raith Rovers just sitting back. There's a long time to last in a game, you know, 45 whole minutes against a team like Dundee who have got dangers all over the park going forward when given a chance.
Scott watching on. His team back in at Craig Forsyth, has scored against Aberdeen in the League Cup earlier on in the season. Hammered across by Smith. Douglas holds on.
He's given offside there, but I'm sure Rob Douglas didn't know about that when the ball was coming in.
Douglas with 3 Scottish Cup winners' medals. Griffiths, McMenamin. What an end to this game we're about to have. Away from Gattuso. Gattuso preventing that from getting through to Griffiths. Position has gone the way of Dundee, is it?
It certainly has. I mean, every ball now is getting sucked into that goal, blown at that goal by the Dundee fans. They really do think they can do it now. You wouldn't be surprised because they're spending most of their time defending in the 18-yard line and sometimes in the 6-yard box.
Higgins ball in, away by Taddy. And after it is Smith. Loughlin. Harkins. set up the goal. Back out wide to Higgins, who's moved over to a wider position now. Slicing it in. He's missed everyone and got out of play over on this near side. The goal kick has been given. Respite for Raith.
Yeah, a little bit of a breather, and the goalkeeper will try and waste as much time as he possibly can just now, but what a lift. Maybe the Dundee players are getting a little bit tired, thinking to themselves, are we ever going to get this goal? They finally do get the goal, and what a lift that actually gives you as a player. You get new energy, don't feel the tiredness anymore.
Free kick. Moves the way of the visitors.
Yeah, that's the man who scored a great goal. I mean, he has to arrive. He arrives well at the back post here. Not the best defender you've ever seen in the full back area, but arrive at the back and head it downwards towards where the ball's actually coming from. Textbook goal, well deserved, thoroughly deserved in the second half of the score.
Taddy. Then Walker.
They're hardly a threat at all, Raith Rovers, in the second half. Hardly a threat at all. I think how much danger they looked every time they went forward in the first half, they do not look at it at all in the second half.
Well, we spoke about it, didn't we, Pat, in the first half? The amount of energy they must have used up in the opening 45.
Well, the opening 20, it was, they worked so hard in the opening 20 that every player was going at 100 mile an hour for every single tackle. And basically, human beings can't do that for 90 minutes.
Harkins. His route forward's blocked. Simmons picks out a good pass just when his team needed it. Taddy. Help arriving in the middle for Taddy. Tackled himself there. Might work out for the best there. Taddy across. That came off Douglas.
What a great attitude and energy he's got. You know he's exhausted. He falls over only because he's tired. He's run so far, his legs give way under him, but he makes a big effort to get up. And that is another vicious ball across the goal, and I just think there wasn't enough energy for him to get in there.
I thought that came off Douglas. Certainly looked like it did. Throw-in went the way of Dundee though. We've got a free kick now. $7,306 inside Dens Park for this one this afternoon. Harkins. Great crowd. Still it's Harkins. It's Raith fans biting their nails now though behind that goal. Harkins is currently attacking. Good play from the former Partick man. Away by Ellis. And Taddy's got away with that. Now he's away down that right flank again.
He's doing that 400-metre run that he loves doing.
Challenged by Brian Kerr that time. It's more like him. Malone. Simmons, who until then appeared unstoppable. Ellis clears. It's going to take a mammoth effort for Raith Rovers. They've got 12 minutes to hold on to this 2-1 lead that they have. Higgins. It's a shock starter this afternoon. McMenamin. Goal scorer for Scythe. Perhaps wasn't the right option. Williamson tried to get away. Raith just throwing bodies anywhere. McMenamin. Peter!
Some of the Raith Rover defending, in actual fact, it looks more like a game at Murrayfield. There's just a mass of them in a line of defence there, throwing bodies and everything in the way. And they're desperate to last these last 10, 12 minutes, whatever. It must feel like an eternity for them right now, because they are out on their feet.
Let them off, seeing as how it's Calcutta Cup day. David McGurn, who made that terrific save from Forsyth earlier in the match, earlier in the second half, eventually beaten by the head of the Dundee wide man. Maybe a free kick that time. Challenge on Dougie Hill.
Yeah, maybe the studs a lot bit high. I'm sure he'll survive, but once again, 30 seconds worth of sitting on the ground will help. Every little helps at this point in time, and I'm sure if they could possibly, if Raith Rover could make any changes at all just now, I think he would love to. But as part of McGlone's thinking, must be thinking, if we can reach the last 2 or 3 minutes, time wasting substitutions to break up the play might be important then.
Long free kick to Taddy, he plays it off himself and out for the goal kick.
Again, he is tired, but I just love his spirit. I think Taddy's spirit has been fantastic today. The amount of work he's put in defensively and in an attacking sense as well. I mean, he's done the work of at least 2 players. He is tired, but he's putting everything he's got left in.
He'll sleep well tomorrow. It's Dundee come forward looking for a leveller. Griffiths. Defending once more. Taddy with a long one for Weir to chase up against the old legs of Jim Laughlin. The free kick's gone against Graham Weir.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it had been a clean foot race between the two, I think my money was in Weir, but I think that was very, very, very clever by Jim Laughlin. He put his body in the way and took the hit. Clever.
Experienced play from Jim Laughlin. Harkins being hassled by Darren Smith. Pat Clark will be with us shortly for Dundee. Another attacker. Jubilation of that goal. He's died down. Raith have held on so far. Payton. Blocked by Murray. A little frustrating spell once again for the home team.
Yeah, but they need to have a little bit of composure about themselves. I know there's a desperation, they know they're running out of time, but there's no use panicking, you know. They need to get the balls in good areas. They were against a team who are defending deep. They have actually the ability, Dundee, to get the ball down, play it and develop chances, but it's easier said than done when it's a cup game and you can feel the clock running down on you.
Over here will be Sean Higgins who will go off. No surprise, first start for a long time. Matt Clark will come on. Smith. Now Ellis. Smith has it again up against Kerr. There stood his ground. It's gone away the home team. A yellow card for Ellis as well. Has he said something to the referee there, Pat?
Yeah, it's slightly pernickety, you know, it's a couple of times. I think Charlie Richmond does not want people talking to him today.
Sean Higgins is absolutely sprinting off the park. So often you see substitutions being made at this point of the match. Players just troop off.
Do you know what? That's a great attitude. You're disappointed to go off, however, you know it's important that every second is useful. Run off, let your other player get on.
It's Pat Clark who's on, former Clyde man. Make an impact at Dundee. He's the target for this throw. It's a shout for handball there against Dougie Hill. Long throw into the box. Dundee looking for an equaliser. Goes back to the goal scorer for side. Then McKenzie. Worth a go.
Yeah, it certainly was. He wasn't running up to the ball in any way. He was static, so to get the power he actually got on it from a kind of static position was actually pretty good. Just bobbles to him here, you know. He's walked onto it more than run onto it. Hard to keep those one down. I wonder if there's a little bit of cramp. I think that's almost certainly the case with some of the Raith Rovers players. The effort they've put in. I think that's Dougie Hill going off. I think he's finished actually.
Raith preparing to make another change. We'll bring on Mark Ferry. It will be Dougie Hill to go off. He does appear to be struggling a bit. So like for like change for Raith Rovers.
Yeah, they've not had their troubles to seek with injuries, Raith Rovers, over the past little while, but I hope it is just a little bit of cramp and not a hamstring, because he's had a good day today. and they have fought so well, but I'm not surprised they're beginning to get injured. They have worked too hard there. I just wonder if they can survive the last few minutes.
5 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. So Raith Rovers look to hold on.
John McGlynn keeps on saying to his players, push up. They'd love to be able to do it, they can't.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes, but it'll feel like 5 hours to these Raith Rovers players. There's a shout in from Dundee. It was Pat Clark had the arm up that time as the ball came into the middle, into the box. Normally tell from the reaction of the other players, though there wasn't loud appeals for anything. Douglas with the up and under. Oh, that might almost drop through to Clark. It's away by Raith. You just know Dundee will get one more, at least one more, side of goal. Kerr looking for Griffiths. Maybe the man who's just come on, Ferry. Getting more height and distance for Raith Rovers. Oh, they wanted. Dundee have a throw, and it's a chance again, perhaps with a long one. Merrick Payton. Change them for Raith Rovers. Graham Weir, unsurprisingly, is the player who's going to go off here. He's putting up power of work, Pat Nevin.
He has. He made it a fabulous first half. Absolutely fabulous first half. Worked so hard. He was threatening at every point of that first half. You thought he could score. He should have got a goal. Chalk toss or offside, but certainly ran out of legs the last 20 minutes or so. But you know, if you put the work he's put in, you have no complaints whatsoever.
Dean Shields is the player who's on. Recent signing. As Dundee come forward again. Kerr looking to lift that one in. It's headed away by Ellis. Still Dundee will knock on the door though. Kerr. Loughlin. Taddy's the man who's in there. Nervous times for Raith Rovers.
It's been a great atmosphere, and it's continued to build all the way through. The Dundee fans are trying their best for their team.
Griffiths, 3 minutes to go. It's Mackenzie. Dundee pinning Raith Rovers back. They're on the canvas right now, or at least on the ropes.
That was another great tackle there. I think Katuzi's another player who's had a very, very good game this afternoon. He's tackled well. He's got forward in the first half, not so much, in fact, not at all in the second half. His tackling and position play has been very good.
Also in Mackenzie was the target. Malone, up and under. McCarn's under it. Mackenzie too. The free kick's been given. Foul on the keeper.
I think that's the most clear-cut, obvious foul that we've seen. I was going to say this afternoon, but possibly this season. I'm not really sure what he's complaining about. But since the days of Nat Loftus, I don't think those challenges have been ever allowed.
It's Jim Loughlin who'll come off. Dundee's last throw of the dice. Andrew Shinney will come on. The man on loan from Rangers.
Well, going for broke. This is they're doing everything they possibly can. I won't be surprised if they're both man for man at the back. Dundee now, nothing to lose, seconds to go. And of course, how much extra time or injury time will be added on. This will add to it.
Well, those guys have been told to calm down by the fourth official, Scott McDonald.
Not really a shock, is it? The intensity of this has been absolutely phenomenal. Two sets of fans have helped it as well. He's saying to his players there, show some heart, show some fight, show some dig. John, they've done that for 89 minutes.
Yeah, we're into the 90th now. Still a bit to do for Raith Rovers. Dundee still with a chance. This is Shinney. Malone. And Mackenzie. And it's Payton with the up and under. Drop to Harkins. There's a shout for handball. Referee shakes his head. Malone playing it across. Raith get it clear. All hands to the pump for the Kirkcaldy side. They're claiming for everything, Dundee, at the moment. It's Grant Murray who gets it clear as we move into stoppage time. Shinnie. Lifted in, there's going to be 4 minutes added on at the end of this one. Thumped clear by Stephen Simmons. We're into the first of those 4 additional minutes that separate Raith Rovers from a place in the semis. Can Dundee force a replay? Payton. It's still in there. Griffiths hasn't seen much of the ball in the second half, but he's so deadly when he does get onto it. He finds Harkins. It's blocked by Murray. He's over the head of Eddie Malone. Wraith of respite.
Boy, they needed that there. All the pressure, and I can see Rob Douglas itching to get up. He's hoping for a corner kick. If he can possibly get up for the last chance, he'll be up there as well. They need everyone, and I would suggest it may be a good idea. Maybe even centre-backs, everyone, up the field as much as possible just now. Nothing to lose for Dundee. They've had a very good second half.
Well, the Raith Rovers bench is unbelievable. What a scene. Animated's not the word, as that's headed out. He's defending this time from Mark Ferry. Dundee running out of time. This is Clark, goes down, that's a free kick. It's a silly foul to give away at this stage of the match.
Absolutely incredible to do that. I mean, again, that's just tiredness. He's diving in there. There's no need to do that. He's going nowhere. He's put his team under pressure. If they lose a goal here, through that's just maddening.
Poor challenge from Darren Smith. Dundee have a chance to get it into the mixer. The clock ticking down, and it comes. Nervy moments for Raith as they hit it clear. Smith is underneath it. He heads it away. It's only half clear. Payton away by that man Taddy. Trying to complete the clearance. It's in slow motion for Raith Rovers just now. Away by Ellis, whose goal at the moment is the one that separates the two with 2 minutes of the stoppage time to go. Mackenzie, it's all Dundee here. Harkins, away by Murray, only as far as Forsyth. Lifting it back in, Malone with the header, the keeper has it. And there's a huge sigh of relief from the visiting fans behind David McGurn's goal.
That was a cheer that was equal to any goal they've scored this season, really. And he's desperate to get his team up the park if they possibly can. How can they do that? I don't know how much energy they've got left. At least the substitute Shields should have some energy.
Raith have it in the Dundee half. This is what they want with just over a minute to go. Here they come, Raith Rovers. Down goes Dean Shields, the sub. No question of the free kick. Dundee now have a chance to get it back up the park, but they really are in the last chance saloon. Gattuso away, Harkins back in. Away by Ellis. Gattuso will thump this one away into the Dundee sky. Didn't get enough distance on it, gets more on it this time. The Raith bench are on their feet. The Raith fans are holding their fingers to their mouths, the nails being bitten right down. Here come Dundee again. Clark. Forsyth. Is this their last opportunity? Raith trying to get this one clear. It's Kerr. Still they come, the home team. This is Griffiths. 2-1 down. Last few seconds. Griffiths playing it in. Right over towards the back post. It's wide. And it's Dundee's chance gone as we click into a 5th minute of stoppage time. There were only 4 allotted. John McGlynn is close to history.
He's telling his players to think about it, to concentrate. They feel as if they've done. There's a few high fives been given by the players to each other from Raith Rovers. They feel it's all over. They think it is just now. Even their front fans are wasting a little bit of time. They're holding on to the ball, but they do have to concentrate. I suspect the referee might blow the whistle now. And what an astounding defensive display it's been if they manage to last these 50 second half minutes.
It's surely it. The referee's check with his assistants. The long ball comes forward. Still there's no whistle. The thumping ball forward from Stephen Simmons, it wouldn't look out of place at Murrayfield in the Calcutta Cup. A long one forward there. Raith trying to hold it up on that far side with Shields. It's Dean Shields. The full-time whistle goes, and Raith Rovers are into the semi-finals of the Scottish Cup for the first time in 47 years. A long, long time since they were in Hampden. but they're going there by the look of things now. That's where the semi-final will surely be held. The Dundee players are on the deck. John McGlynn celebrates. Gregory Taddy, again a superb shift. He celebrates as he did at Pittodrie in the last round. This is just as sweet a moment for him and his teammates. They've knocked the First Division leaders out of the Scottish Cup. John McGlynn has made history as Raith Rovers manager. The goals came from Stephen Simmons early on. He set Dundee on their way. The second came from Laurie Ellis. A header from an Alan Walker free kick. Magnificent first half performance from Raith that's taken them through. Dundee pulled one back through Craig Forsyth, but Leigh Griffiths and co couldn't find the equaliser. They knocked on the door, but the Raith fans, all 3,000 of them in the Bob Shankly stand, rises one. It will be Raith into the semi-finals of the Scottish Cup. They have made history. It finishes at Dens. Dundee 1, Raith Rovers 2.